Hey folks, ever wondered what makes porcupines so fascinating? These creatures are more than just their spiky exteriors. They have a whole world of secrets and quirks that many people don't know about. From their unique defense mechanisms to their surprising social behaviors, porcupines are truly one of nature's most intriguing animals. Are they just pincushions with legs? Or is there more to these spiny mammals than meets the eye? You might be surprised to learn about their diet, their habitats, and even their family structures. Well, stick around because today we're diving into 10 surprising facts about these spiky little critters that will blow your mind. From their nocturnal habits to their incredible climbing skills, there's so much to uncover. You know, I always thought these guys were just grumpy-looking rodents, but turns out they lead surprisingly interesting lives. They have a range of vocalizations, and even a complex social structure that rivals some of the more popular animals. And yes, there will be some laughs along the way. We'll share some funny anecdotes, and maybe even bust a few myths about porcupines. This is Father Nature, by the way, your go-to channel for all things wild and wonderful. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing in advance. Let's get started on this porcupine adventure. Alright, fact number 1, and get ready to have your minds blown, people, because porcupines can swim. That's right, these walking, breathing cactus relatives can actually dog paddle with the best of them. Turns out those quills that make them look like they'd sink like a stone actually help them stay afloat. Who knew? It's like finding out your grandma's secretly a synchronized swimming champion. I, for one, would love to see a porcupine doing the backstroke. Someone get that on camera. Hold on to your hats, folks, because fact number 2 is a real doozy. Porcupines can climb trees. Yes, you heard that right. These spiky little critters are not just ground dwellers, they are expert climbers. Imagine seeing a porcupine scaling a tree trunk with ease, their sharp claws gripping the bark as they make their way up. Yeah, you heard me right. These guys are like the ninjas of the rodent world, moving stealthily and skillfully through the trees. It's almost like watching a tiny spiky acrobat performing a high-wire act. These guys are like the ninjas of the rodent world, scaling trunks and hanging out in branches like it's nobody's business. They navigate the tree branches with such grace and precision, it's truly a sight to behold. You might even catch them moving through the tree canopy, almost blending in with the foliage, scaling trunks and hanging out in branches like it's nobody's business. And why do they do it? Well, for food and shelter, of course. Trees provide them with a safe haven from predators and a buffet of delicious bark and leaves to munch on. And why do they do it? Well, for food and shelter, of course. Plus, I bet they like to get a good view of their adoring fans. You know, us, down below. Imagine a porcupine perched high up, looking down at the world with a sense of calm and curiosity. Plus, I bet they like to get a good view of their adoring fans. You know, us, down below. Just picture it, a porcupine, chilling in a tree, munching on some bark, looking all majestic. It's almost like they're the kings and queens of their arboreal domain. Just picture it, a porcupine, chilling in a tree, munching on some bark, looking all majestic. It's enough to make you want to go hug a tree yourself. But remember, these spiky tree huggers are best admired from a distance. It's enough to make you want to go hug a tree yourself. Just, maybe not one with a porcupine in it. So next time you're out in the woods, keep an eye out for these incredible climbers. You might just spot a porcupine enjoying its lofty perch. Just, maybe not one with a porcupine in it. These fascinating creatures remind us of the wonders of nature and the incredible adaptations animals have to survive and thrive. So here's to the spiky tree huggers, the porcupines, masters of the treetops. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, those quills, they're poisonous, right? Well, it's a common misconception. Many people believe that porcupine quills are laced with some kind of venom, ready to incapacitate any creature that dares to get too close. And to that I say, well, no, not exactly. Porcupine quills are not poisonous. They don't have any toxins or venom that can harm you chemically. But that doesn't mean they're harmless. These quills are sharp, needle-like structures that can easily puncture the skin. Once they penetrate, they can cause a lot of physical damage. The real danger lies in the mechanical injury they inflict. Getting poked by one of these bad boys is nobody's idea of a good time. The pain is immediate and intense, and the quills can go deep into the flesh, making them difficult to remove. They're not poisonous, but they can cause some nasty infections. The quills are often dirty and can introduce bacteria into the wound, leading to serious infections if not treated properly. And the best part? They're barbed, which means they're about as easy to remove as a stubborn piece of gum stuck to your shoe. The barbs make the quills latch onto the flesh, making extraction a painful and tricky process. It's like Mother Nature's way of saying, look, I gave you eyes, use them. Porcupines are not aggressive animals, but they will defend themselves if they feel threatened. So it's best to admire them from a distance. Don't touch the pointy thing. Respect their space, and you'll avoid a world of hurt. Remember, in the wild, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Chapter 4. 30,000 Reasons to Keep Your Distance. Speaking of quills, did you know that a porcupine can have up to 30,000 of these things? That's right, 30,000. That's more spikes than a punk rock concert in the 80s. I mean, talk about being well protected. You try messing with a guy who looks like he's got 1,000 tiny spears sticking out of him. I guarantee you'll walk away with a whole new appreciation for personal space. Chapter 5. The Gift That Keeps on Giving. And if you thought 30,000 quills was impressive, wait till you hear this. They grow back. That's right, losing a quill or two is no big deal for these guys. They've got a never-ending supply, like a magical prickly Pez dispenser. I guess that's good news for them, considering they're basically walking around with a touch me sign made out of razor blades. Chapter 6. Mythbusters. Now I know there's a rumor going around that porcupines can shoot their quills like tiny prickly missiles. And to that, I say, folks, if you believe that, I've got a bridge to sell you. It's just not true. Sure, the quills detach easily on contact, which probably helped fuel that rumor, but trust me, they're not launching those things across the forest. So, rest easy, campers. You're not going to get ambushed by a porcupine drive-by. All right, time for fact number 7, and this one's a real charmer. Porcupines have orange teeth. And no, it's not because they're addicted to Cheetos. Turns out, their chompers are loaded with iron, which gives them that lovely orange hue. And here's the kicker, they grow continuously. Can you imagine if our teeth did that? We'd be like beavers, constantly gnawing on things just to keep our smiles in check. Chapter 8. Fact number 8 might not come as a surprise to some of you night owls out there. Porcupines are mostly nocturnal. They're like the vampires of the rodent world, except instead of sucking blood, they're munching on bark and roots. And during the day, well, they're probably catching some Z's in a tree hollow somewhere, dreaming of all the delicious plants they're gonna devour once the sun goes down. Chapter 9. Get ready for fact number 9, because it's a real hoot. Porcupines are surprisingly noisy. Forget your squeaks and squeals. These guys communicate with a whole orchestra of sounds. Grunts, cries, chirps, you name it, they've got a sound for it. It's like having a mini zoo in your backyard, except instead of lions and tigers and bears, it's just a bunch of prickly rodents having a good old-fashioned sing-along. Chapter 10. And last but not least, we've arrived at fact number 10, and this one's a little bit creepy, even for me. Some porcupines eat bones. Yeah, you heard me right. Turns out these guys have a taste for the macabre. But hey, who am I to judge? I eat gummy bears by the fistful. Apparently, they gnaw on bones to get essential nutrients and keep their teeth nice and sharp. It's all about balance, right? And there you have it, folks. 10 surprising facts about porcupines that you probably didn't know. Who knew these prickly little guys could be so interesting? They're like the walking, breathing, spike-covered enigmas of the animal kingdom. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fun and fascinating content. Until next time, stay curious and keep laughing.